everyone, and welcome to another GTR24H podcast. I'm once again joined by John Terrell and Peter Monkholm. So without further ado, hello, gentlemen. I hope you're both doing well. You been up to much this weekend?
It was a bank holiday on Friday in Denmark, so I sort of took the weekend off. Played a lot of Minecraft with the kids on Friday. Saturday, I spent waiting at my mom's place for the skies to clear out because I just got my brand new Newtonian telescope, a 150 millimeter with adapters for webcams and my digital camera and everything. So I was hoping to do some astrophotography, but didn't clear out. Sunday, repairing the car, making that ready for MOT. So yeah, that was my weekend.
Okay. And John, your face is looking particularly bright today. So what
Yeah,
have you been up to?
I'm in the bright stuff. I don't know. It's my focus on my camera is a little bit silly. Sometimes it helps to like take down the windows to a shorter size because it is the glare effect, I guess. Anyhow, yeah, my weekend, it's been quite interesting actually. I've been like at my son's new coming school, helping out by doing all sorts of things with construction there for actually both Friday and Saturday. 2 full days outside in the sunshine. Hard work and stuff like that. It's been good. He enjoyed it a lot, so that's been good. On Sunday I primarily just watched a lot of movies and relaxed a little. I think it was that time of the weekend where you just need to sit back and enjoy your work. So yeah.
How about you, Yusuf? Making ready for the move or
too long. My shifts have been too long. I've had to get up at about 2 a.m., go to work until 7 p.m., get back home at about 8:30, go to sleep until 2, and then start again on Monday. Thankfully, it's only been 2 days, so now I've got a break. So literally, after we're done with this, I'm going to jump in my bed, and I'm going to fall asleep for a really long time.
For sure.
Not forever. I'll be back for next week, especially.
Then perhaps it's not a good idea for me to remind people that we're live this time, and you can join us, especially on the Facebook chat. Is a good place to catch us because I've got that up here on screen right now. So if you got any questions, anything, just don't hesitate to write the questions on the Facebook chat. And if you want to come in and join us for a talk after we're done with our agenda, if there's something you want to talk with us about, ask about, or stuff like that, we can also send you the link to this Google Meet thingy call so you can join up. But I'm not sure that's a good idea if Yusuf really needs to go to bed like he does.
Oh no, you can join in. I'm going to be awake for a while longer. Anyway, I'm just opening up the comment section just so I can keep an eye on things as well. Okay, so for those people who are new, we talk about stuff related to GTR, what's coming up, etc. For those people who aren't new and have seen the previous shows, they know we like to talk about something in particular, Nürburgring. So we're going to start off with this episode by talking about Nürburgring as well, because we've got some announcements regarding deadlines coming up.
Yeah, there's a deadline coming up very soon. Actually, the deadline for teams for sign up for the event is tomorrow morning at May 4th at 8 p.m. CST, Central European Time. So you still have a chance to join. And if you know nobody or have thoughts about it, I will recommend you guys join. There's a good prize pool now. And since we also got some new sponsors in, we will be bringing some hardware prizes as well for the event. So there's a chance for every team out there to actually win in one of the different 4 classes, which is SP9, SP8T, SP7, and SP6. So
and I have available, if people don't have it, a very, very neat, very well handling setup for the SP8T BMW M2 CS. So if you need it, I will share.
I don't know. Should we trust Peter's setup skills?
I don't know. I used to have a website. There's still the Facebook page remaining. It's called Sim Racing Tech. I actually used to used to do setups for money. So actually, you used to get paid to do setups. So
Well, there
I'm
you go.
giving
If
one
anyone
away
needs
now
a
for free.
setup for Nürburgring, even if you
Yes.
have a setup, go and ask Peter for a setup. Compare your setups, and you can let us know on Twitter. Whether Peter's setup was better than your own setup or not.
This also on my two other YouTube. There's Sim Racing Tech YouTube channel, and then there's the Man Hobby channel YouTube channel. If you search Man Hobby channel Motec course, there's a very very extensive course on how to set up Motec and how to use. I believe one of them is on these sorts of flags that I used to set up, like use conditions to set up channels that actually only ping out if something specific happens during races. You can use that. A silly thing to use it for would be like to detect bottom out. So if the car's bottoming out, that just pings up 1, and then if it's not bottoming out, it just goes 0. So I kind of use that logic a lot of places when I do setups for everything.
Coding for setups. Well, taking it setups to a whole different level. But let's keep on topic because we've mentioned a little bit about sponsors coming, and we'll speak a little bit more about the partners that will be joining us. But there's a certain app, John, that I think you want to bring up.
Yeah, we haven't had the chance to actually announce it yet, but since the app launched last week, the Motorvision app is now globally available, and within that app, all the content of GTR, especially our live events and our upcoming or already aired events, is going to be aired in that Motorvision app, and that's actually already downloadable at the Apple Store and Google Markets. So it's actually something you already can subscribe to, and yeah, literally just download it and actually watch the races when we go live and stuff like that. We are also in talks about airing all our interviews and stuff like that with different drivers, and maybe even these kind of talk shows as well. So it's just a question about time. So it's a very new beginning for the app. There's a lot of testing ongoing as well for especially the live streaming stuff. We hope we will make it for the launch of the Nürburgring 24 hours going live in the app. But there's still some ongoing apps, beta testing and stuff like that with the Motorvision in Germany. So that's why it's not 100%, but we hope that will be cleared before the event as well. So hopefully, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool app. It's gonna be pretty much available like everywhere since it's global. And but some of the different partners they will work with is actually also real tracks and like people from real tracks as well, which are responsible for Spa, or it could be people responsible for the Nürburgring and stuff like that. So there will be more in-depth stuff coming with GTR and a combination of both worlds, like real motorsport and GTR and stuff like that. So I do think that this cooperation will definitely give us something, which hopefully will evolve to bigger things from now on. You never know how successful things will be. It's a launch, so hopefully it will. I do know that Motorvision in Germany has been using a lot of money by doing this introduction. So yeah, it's gonna be great, definitely.
I think if people don't know who the Motorvision Group is, it is Europe's leading producer of automotive-related content. So that is like, of course, it's in the name Motorvision.tv, but that's all they do is motorsports, and I think a few car review programs and stuff like that. But they're moving away from this kind of thing where they were selling licenses to Flow TV. So they're slowly moving to a digital platform, and this app is part of sort of their transition to an entirely digital platform, like everybody else is doing this right now. So that's of course why they're pouring a lot of money into it. Flow TV is dead. If you're not plus 65, I don't think very many people have this thing where they just turn on the TV and watch a live TV channel anymore. It's all streaming.
Right. I mean, John, we're at a stage now where there's quite a few different apps and TV channels now broadcasting GTR24H. So I mean, I don't even know where to be opening up the stream on my second monitor, so I guess we just say good luck and let our viewers find the one that is most suitable for them.
Definitely.
The strategy is just to be available, you know, just to make it easy for people to follow it. So whether you got your what's it called, the Amazon Kindle tablet, which integrates directly with the Amazon Fire stuff, you just, you know, you just have the YouTube thingy, or like the YouTube thing, the streaming thing from Amazon. You just have that directly available. So, and there's like many other platforms, like the Samsung TV even has an app that you can install on your Samsung TV. I can't remember what it's called, John.
Samsung TV Plus.
Yeah, the Samsung TV Plus, but also Roku is also available as an app on your Samsung TV, I think. And Roku also has GTR24H content. Some of these channels are directly live, and some of them are like, it's published when the race is done, and then you can go and rewatch it, sort of like in their library, as it would be if it was Netflix or something like that.
I think the best thing that we can do is probably put a link down in the YouTube description of all the places where people can watch GTR24H, whether it's be the races or the podcast, just so that everyone can find. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a long time listing all the different methods that people can tune in. Let's talk a little bit about some of the partners that are joining GTR24H and some that you two can now disclose to our viewers.
Yeah, I will take that one. We, as you already saw earlier in the year, we had some cooperation with the Patriot Viper Gaming, which is primarily a memory provider, memory brand. They also do lots of peripheral equipment like headsets, keyboards, mouse, and stuff like that. And they're a pretty large American-based company. And Viper Gaming is a company I will say is very comparable to Corsair. And sometimes even have better products as well. And actually, sometimes it's actually even better. Especially the memory brands they're doing very, very well right now. Is something I would recommend you guys have a look at. Patriot Memory, just Google them.
Let me pull it up, John. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, you can make me pull up the page, which is actually quite interesting company and great products and stuff like that. And Viper Gaming has all sorts of like equipment, like stuff which you will be able to, like SSD drives and stuff like that. Some of the world's fastest one actually right now available. So yeah, a lot of RGB stuff as well, which is like the new hot thing for like everything you can combine RGB with. You primarily do that.
Also, very, very high performance RAM, which is important if you're running AMD Ryzen setups.
Yeah. And actually, the first event where we will see Viper Gaming into the show on a brighter spectra will be the Nürburgring 24 Hours, which is of course great because it's very close by, and they will be with us for the entire season as well, even at the physical arena, or the physical event for that matter, coming up in October as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time with Viper Gaming. There's also going to be some like reviews and stuff like that coming up with different equipment and like walkthroughs and stuff like that, tutorials and stuff like that. And there's a lot of talks. Actually, I already have a meeting tomorrow morning with the marketing manager for Viper Gaming, where we can start discussing how to help them out promoting their products and getting it to work together and how to cooperate from now on. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. So,
and should we bring up some of the other partners coming, one for the rest of the season? And there's another one that we've got listed on our itinerary. So I don't know if you want to bring that up, John or Peter?
Yeah, we can of course disclose that as well. We are still in talks for the AMD, and that's a huge stance that AMD will be with us this year again. We have been very fond of AMD, and they've been very helpful throughout the years. And the product is actually in the best state right now. AMD is doing very well worldwide with all the graphic cards and the CPUs and stuff like that. The sales are going up. The market, the market share is going up as well for AMD, and yeah, they are doing extremely well. They're selling nearly every part they have, even if there's a worldwide shortage right now. Like everything produced is like sold. So yeah, I would say it's a good time to be working with AMD. It's such an interesting brand and such a great amount of products coming from the company. So yeah, we enjoy that very much. Yeah, and another partner who is also going to join us again, which we're very happy of. Actually, Lead Gaming is going to be back with us. Lead Gaming has also been growing. They are now doing some global launches with Blast as well, which is also into other esports such as Counter-Strike and League of Legends and stuff like that. So Blast is also quite a large company, which is not entirely comparable to ESL, but they are big, and they are watched like everywhere basically. I think even their Blast is actually in the UK as well. Yusuf, maybe you can comment on that. I don't know.
I do know that Blast Premier do a very large CS:GO tournament. I don't know the full details behind it, but I know that they are very big on that side of the esports industry.
So yeah, and Lead is having how can we say a new launch of new chairs and new peripheral equipment coming up as well. So, but primarily the main focus for us will be the chairs as well. So interesting stuff. I think also the website is fully updated. There's some new products coming out now, and as you can see, Blast is a premier sponsor now, and yeah, it's a good thing, I guess. Lots of interesting things coming there from them as well. So it's also good for the guys. We hope to do some actually more and more actually with all the different like how can you say readers and viewers of our show, like some promo codes where people can save some money on buys and stuff like that. Yeah, we are trying much as possible to like engage more and more with our viewers and get you some good deals together with us, and where you can use like a GTR24H promo code to save like 10% or something like that. So this is something we're gonna set up more and more, and maybe even on special PC configuration stuff, which we are also in talk with a company I can't reveal right now, but there are talks about we gonna sell some fully equipped systems with sim racing hardware basically.
Can some manufacturer somewhere make a Bluetooth wireless headset with extra long battery life and call it the Crew Chief Edition?
Yeah, I can always comment on that. It's actually already made. It's made. It is.
Yeah.
And I will tell you which one it is. The brand, it's Sennheiser EPOS. The Sennheiser EPOS is legendary for battery lifetime. I had a
talk with those guys then, because when you're at
it's just amazing.
It's been a problem constantly at the 24-hour race when you're sitting as a pit crew.
That's
and and you're corded up, so you can't go anywhere because you have to sit in front of the screens and nobody can get a hold of you. So what I really wanted was something like where you could like take one of the ear muffs off or one of the speakers off and just have one speaker and the mic boom, and then have that be Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or something with extraordinary range, so that people could go to, I don't know, mute it and go to the toilet and still listen if someone is trying to get a hold of you, or go to the cafeteria, or just be available.
I do know a few that I can mention for you. I don't know if I should mention other brands, if that's okay or not.
That's fine.
I know that the HyperX series have a few good ones. I think it's the Cloud series. I know one of my friends, whenever I'm in Discord call in the middle of races, he literally just pops off to the bathroom with the headset on, listening to us talking while doing God knows what in the bathroom, and then returning. So they do work. I don't know how good they are, but I know that there are quite a few out there.
that's awesome. Not the bathroom stuff, but it's awesome to be able to go somewhere and still, be there.
Okay,
yeah, they can still hear.
Peter, just to give you a glimpse of the battery lifetime for the Sennheiser EPOS DPS 370, which I have, 100 hours of battery lifetime.
Oh.
100 hours.
There you go.
Oh my God.
You don't need more. So this is something that if everybody can actually do this, I think it's enough.
Yeah, I need that and active noise canceling. Like
that's already included, man.
Yeah, same quality as the Jabra Evolve stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to also just mention to anyone watching, if you do want to get involved in the conversation, whether you have any questions for myself, Peter, or John, make sure to watch via the Facebook live stream, because that is where we are taking a look for everyone's comments. So if you do have any comments, any questions, please do post them in the Facebook GTR24H. It's going live, being broadcasted to the page. So if you are watching on Twitch, YouTube, or through any other means, then make sure to head on to Facebook where we can see your comments.
Exactly.
Thank you for that, Joseph.
Next point on the agenda is coming back to the hill climb stuff.
Yes.
I did a lot of posts and mentioned in the post that the grid was almost full. Now that is no joke. There are already 51 cars signed up for the hill climb championship.
That's a lot.
We don't exactly know how many open spots are left, but John from the Hill Climb, that's the manager of the Hill Climb competition, promised us that there would be room for a few GTR24H entries. So if you want to get in that, you need to ASAP write an email to the other John that's sitting here on the live video. So jon@gtr24h.org. So we can get all the proper information relayed, but you really need to hurry and be serious about it, because there's 51 cars signed up already. So yeah,
there's also another thing why you need to be hurried.
Yeah,
the launch is on what day?
You should also be prepared for spending a lot of time practicing, because this is not like
no.
This will not be like a regular track racing where you need to learn 10, 12, 15 corners or something like that. This is, some of the hill climb tracks are the length of the Nordschleife, and you need to hit every corner perfectly in order to be competitive. So I also want to say, if you don't plan on spending a lot of time practicing for this, then also maybe practice for now and enter next year, because this hill climb championship runs all the way to November or beginning of December.
I think it's end of November.
Yeah, it's a full year calendar.
Yep. And that first race of the season is coming towards the end of May, so not much time to practice for the first round.
On the Facebook chat, Rudy, hi Rudy, is asking us if the ACC Sprint Series Championship will be back. Yes, it will, as soon as we get a commercial partner for that. Having us run stuff like that is very, very dependent on us getting the funding to be able to actually run it. So we're not capable of running 10 or 12 race series without paying people for stuff. So yeah, it's not viable for us if we don't get a commercial partner on that. And we also, our whole strategy is to try and elevate sim racing to a more professional level. So we're always aiming and trying to do prize money competitions as well. So it would definitely be good if we could get to a level where there would be a commercial partner where we could actually do some proper prize money as well. It was pretty great getting to hand out the was it 50 euros per race win or something like that last year, and then a proper prize pool for the podium championship finishers as well. That was really good being able to do that. But that was also because we actually did have the what was the Hungarian TV channel?
Sport Extra.
Sport Extra, yeah. As a commercial partner on that. So as soon as we manage to find a commercial partner, yes, will be coming back, and we have other projects slowly getting ready as well. One of them was, of course, the hill climb stuff, but there's more stuff that we're brewing on.
More stuff to come. I know we talked a little bit about the ACC Championship back on the first episode of the podcast, but it is something that a lot of people are fond of. So we do hope that our partner can come through eventually. And I know John and Peter, you both are working very hard to find one.
It was quite fun doing it last year, but the amount of preparations for each race is actually about the same. For me in production, it's about the same amount of preparations for a 2-hour sprint race as it is for a 12 or 24-hour race. So it, like last year, was like my spare time was non-existent.
Yeah. And I think on that, I'll go to my point, because I guess this one on the itinerary is for me. I've got an interview with the Dysfunctional Racing team coming out in not too long. That's actually going to be released in the upcoming few days, and I did that with a certain Carl. So that was actually really fun, and I do hope that people go and take a watch on it.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to have that out maybe late tomorrow night.
Once I actually get the file sent to you, right, Peter?
Once I get the right link, yeah, I'll be able to have that out tomorrow night or sometime Wednesday evening.
Yeah. I could also
Carl showed me around his rig and everything.
I could also announce then when we are like finalizing the skins and stuff like that, we will start doing some photos on Facebook of the different teams entering the 24 hours of Nürburgring. It's also something we will do with like some team introductions and stuff like that leading up to the event. Yeah, of course, there will also be the famous spotter guide done by Peter and me. Primarily, I'm just like, I don't know, doing the modding and making the skins ready and stuff like that, and Peter's primarily doing all the graphics. So yeah, it's going to be the same one coming out, so it will be easy to follow the teams and stuff like that. And we of course also would this time have this like fan team chat where you can log in with your own Google and you can show your face and cheer on the different teams and stuff like that, and ask questions during the race, and we will try as much as possible to answer those as well. Peter might not be the guy who actually answers the questions because he's so much in the studio right there, but that would primarily be me or Nick Newcomb who's going to be part of that. Usually you're on stage, so like doing commentary. So even if
we ever have good questions, I mean, I personally am happy to see some of them pop up on stream. I know they have stuff like that in Formula One and other series where they get fans' questions onto the stream to discuss.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even questions.
Yeah, I'm actually looking very much forward to this event. I can't really get last year's event out of my head with that legendary fight between Simosik and who was the other guy, Martin Hemmingsen. So that was actually quite a legendary run for, I don't know how many laps it was, but it was a lot of laps.
That went on with 2 different drivers in their cars as well.
Yeah.
Yes. It started with Kasper Henningsen. It started with Kasper Henningsen being in the burst car.
Yeah.
That was when it went all wrong for you, Yusuf, when it was the battle between Hemmingsen and Henningsen.
I wasn't there at the time.
Nick
used that video. Nick used that video to get me to join GT. I was like, look at this. Now come and join.
Yeah, that's
and I was sold.
No, yeah, it was you, and he was on it, and it was his nightmare. He was talking about it on TeamSpeak before. I was like, God, I don't hope this happens when I need to comment on Hemmingsen and Henningsen battling.
I remember that. That was quite fun, actually. Yeah.
I have an idea. I have a proposal. You mentioned the spotter guide, and we know that the skin deadline is coming up very shortly as well. How about, as well as the spotter guide that I'm sure you and Peter will release, we can have a roast my ride for each of the divisions as a secondary spotter guide in video format.
Yeah.
Why not? It was like, I know some people didn't like it very much when we did it at the Le Mans race, but it was.
That's why I think as a standalone video, it could possibly work quite well.
Yeah. So people can watch it if they want, and
Yeah,
don't do it if you don't like it.
So I need to find someone with impeccable taste and quality and jokes that can match my own. I think I need to give a call to Oshin Tuhaka
Yeah, I
and
was
get him
just
to join me.
thinking. I think we need you and Ocean on that one.
I'm sure
well,
we'll figure something out.
uh,
Got oh
yeah.
sorry, go on, Peter.
That deal was just 5 minutes before we went live. I was pinged by Alex Goldsmith, who says he's going to come on the talk show next Monday.
Okay, wonderful. Speaking about the talk show, Rudy Koppen, pardon me, has a question, one that we talked about last week, so it'll make it actually quite easy for us to answer it this time, which was the 24-hour Le Mans LAN event. Because when I did bring this up last time, John, you mentioned that we had effectively a kind of deadline to say if we don't know what the COVID restrictions are by this point, the event will no longer be going ahead. And if we do, then this would be the final date where we would be announcing the LAN.
Yeah, that's still in my head on the 1st of August because people need to have some preparation time and stuff like that. It's getting closer, I know, but it's still something that we need to see where it goes because we do not want to start a huge pandemic at our event where people are getting sick and it's something that honestly from the heart I'm actually missing to see all the guys there. It's so sad we cannot do the events because of COVID and stuff like that. But in terms of risk and in terms of like getting sick and stuff like that, and I don't want to go to these lengths. So it's very important for me that when people come to our event, it's safe to arrive here. That primarily the people are vaccinated or can actually prove a test which is that shows they are not infected, but that's not a guarantee. So, but what actually is a guarantee, we also hear about people actually being vaccinated and still getting sick. So the thing is,
No, not people getting vaccinated and getting sick. People getting vaccinated and still spreading the disease. You can get vaccinated and then infect other people.
Peter, thanks for that. But the thing is, there's a lot of like stuff here with it's of most importance, and we just need to see how the months are going from now leading to what summertime and stuff like that, and see where we actually end up there. It's very hard because in all of how we would try to make it happen, but of course 1st of August will be the deadline where we need to take a decision on what to do, and that's the thing right now. I think that's some testing ongoing in Denmark as well, and then the last like vaccinated person should be something in August or something like that. So it fits right for Denmark, but I don't know the rest of the world.
John, there's actually very, very recent information on that because that depends entirely on the continual use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is going to move the vaccination sort of back end of the vaccination program in Denmark by something like a month or something like that. If it doesn't go through, it'll be way later than the plans are right now. But I'm thinking they will approve it and it will go through. But if you need information, this is the website that you need to go to. en.coronasmitte. That's not a good one for English people, but you can see it in the live stream here. .dk. That'll have all the recent rules on how to get into Denmark and all of the recent updates. Right now, as it is looking, the only thing that we would have to do is that people would have to present a negative test result. That's it. So if you can present a negative, less than 72-hour-old negative test result, you can both get into Denmark and we should be able to have the event as well.
Well, I hope that does answer Rudy's question. We will have a definite answer by the 1st of August at the latest on whether the LAN event will be going ahead. And then I'm sure all the details will come through following that. But the important thing is that everyone stays safe. And that is the priority here at GTR24H. Gentlemen, I'm looking at our itinerary and we've gone through everything. So unless there are any further topics that either of you would like to bring up or any further questions from our viewers, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, for tonight, I guess there will be new stuff. Maybe Peter has something. I don't know.
You know, when something comes into mind and then the subject's
lose it.
changed and you forget what it was.
On the tip of your tongue.
I have two of those. I had two things that I thought this may have been relevant. It's not coming back, and I have no idea what it is.
This is when the stream just becomes me and John trying to jog your memory.
Looking at me while I'm trying
You're just trying to think.
ponder what was going on in my brain.
Yeah. Anyhow, on that note, I think we will say goodbye for this time. We're gonna see all you guys on next Monday, where we go more into details on what's been going on for the last week at GTR. And since we're getting so close to the Nürburgring event as well, there will be stuff coming out as well. So hopefully we will have more news on the Motorvision stuff.
There'll be some results of some other meetings that hasn't been disclosed.
I don't know about these meetings either. Just so I'm looking forward to next week, just so I can get news of this as well.
There'll be Alex Goldsmith, and I hope we can get a hold of John from the Hill Climb series, so we can get him on and people can ask him questions as well.
Yeah,
5 of us.
Anyhow, have a good night.
Yep. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Ciao.
See you next Monday.